And music. There we go. Well, that's not working. What a day I've had. Absolutely, absolutely. It's not so much what a day I've had. That's not working. What a day I've had. Absolutely, absolutely. The market volatility is back. How do I pick my stocks? Michael, what a great question. I use Benzinga. So if you look in the middle of your screen, and I'll just resize this. So if you look in the middle of your screen, you'll see me scrolling over Benzinga. These two are Benzinga scanners. I covered it earlier in the earlier live stream. These are Benzinga scanners. And these tell me what's moving, when it's moving, how much it's moving, why it's moving, by what volume, etc., etc. And that's essentially how I pick my stocks. Benzinga, it's an essential tool. Anybody who wants to do day trading, I mean, there are other scanners and screeners and services that offer similar services, but Benzinga has the complete range. You've got rolling news, you've got signals and alerts, you've got the squawk box, so the audible squawk box, you've got your screeners and your scanners, you've got charting, ideas, insiders, everything that you need for profitable trading. Benzinga. Do I get paid if you sign up through my link? I get a kickback, yes. But you get a better price if you sign up through my link with my discount code. And I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't use it. I use it every single day. For me, I couldn't trade without Benzinga. Well, I could trade without Benzinga, but that's a massive disadvantage. What do I think of HKD now? I still think it's mad. It's absolutely crazy. Up at $1,500, $1,528. Went up to 2,600. It's mental. You can't trade it though. It's lovely to watch. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to watch. And if you have a paper trading account and you're just trading in a simulator, fill your boots. But with real money, you can't trade it. There's just not enough volume, low liquidity. The spreads are mental. I mean, right now, the spreads are $250 between the bid and the ask. $250 between the bid and the ask. Who in the right mind is going to trade that? Nobody. So, it's mental. That sounds great, Michael. Sounds fantastic. It actually took me about 7 months before I actually became profitable. I was a consistent losing trader in the first 6-7 months. So, well, that's the whole point of the stream. If you're learning from watching me and you're picking up little bits of tips and tricks and what have you, great. Applied DNA is halted up again. But HKD. So this is AMTD Digital, trading under the ticker HKD. You've got, although there's halts and gaps as a result, you've got a massive double top here. So anybody that's even thinking of getting in that up there is mad, because that's a massive bearish sign. And as you can see, it's selling off. It's going back down, but that has a direct impact on the sister company here, AMTD Ideas. It's traded under the ticker AMTD. So, traded this, got over nearly $21,000 out of AMTD today. So it's been good to me. And actually, where is QRate retail? It's moving sideways now. It's been moving sideways since lunchtime. Up and down, but kind of ranging sideways. But yeah, it's been a good day. So if you're wondering about Benzinga, if you're actively trading, Michael, and you're not using Benzinga, get into my link tree. Go to my profile. There's a link there. It says Linktree TikTok Trader. Get in there. It's the second one down, Benzinga. Check it out for free for 14 days. See what you think. It's absolutely indispensable for finding stocks to trade. As a day trader or a swing trader, you can't beat it. There's trade ideas, there's Finviz, there's Finimize, there's all these kind of other. But Benzinga, it stands out by far and away. And they've got their own YouTube channel as well, so you can learn stuff from on there. They're calling stuff out. They've got the Squawk Box. Benzinga's brilliant. Okay, how many do we have in the stream? Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, have you been trading today, Michael? What did you? And if you have, what did you trade? How'd you get on? Actually, celebrating this evening. 2 days in, we're already 46k in profit on the month. So, almost halfway to the goal after 2 days. Go figure. Monthly goal of 100,000, and we're at 46 already at the moment. I've actually locked my montage to prevent me from trading, just in case. I will unlock it again if I see a good setup. But what I don't want to do is take a setup that's not a setup, effectively. Oh, this is looking nice, from what I can see. Mwah! No, it's not looking nice. I was wrong. So much volatility, not enough volume. It's almost perfect. We just need volume to follow through. We're getting the volatility, but we're just not getting the volume. That's the problem. Here we go. Athlon Medical. So Athlon Medical is moving up with the whole monkeypox outbreak in the US. Well, you're beating me there, Michael. "21 years old after 7 months, and you're making you're doing 30k a day." Well, I'm sorry, but if that's true, fair play to you, buddy. Ah, right, okay, a month. I was going to say, because I target myself on 5k per day. And I'm actually doing better than 5k per day at the moment. So I look 30k a month, fantastic. At 21, I wish I was earning 30k a month at 21. Damn. I was earning 20k a month just a couple of years ago. And I was a regional vice president of a software company. So shows the difference. Do you know what I mean? This is the good thing about day trading, and you know, you're in control of your own income, providing that you stick to a strategy that works. You be disciplined, manage your risk, don't gamble, don't get greedy. Just you can slowly scale up. You can earn a very, very comfortable living. So at 30k a month, you're aiming for a little over $500,000 this year. So it's like 600k this year. So I'm aiming for 7 figures this year. But I've been doing it a little bit longer than you. So, you know, if you manage to get your 600k this year, then the next goal for you is 7 figures. Or move up from 30k a month to 50k a month, whatever. It works, 7 figures works out, I think it's what am I thinking, 600k, so it's 360k, isn't it? But it's seven figures, it works out at just under 84k, no, just over 84k a month, I think it's about 84k a month. Well, there you go. I hope you traded in a simulator to start off with, and that's how you learned. What I did, so similar situation. I got laid off as a result of the COVID stuff, and got a nice severance package and stuck it in the market and pretty much lost all of it. I was then into my savings to keep me going. Because obviously I'm a $250,000 salary, €250,000 salary actually, not even dollars, €250,000 salary. I'd built up a little nest egg, but I lost my my redundancy package, my severance package. That was my tuition fee in the markets. And most people lose money when they first start trading. It's normal. In fact, most people don't just lose money, they blow up an account. They lose accounts. And I was no different. Well, I'm with you today, Alistair. To the good times and the bad times. But like I say, keep zooming out, because if you look at the last 30 days or the last 6 weeks, since the start of July, you're in profit. You've got more in your account than you put in, even with a bad day. The markets have a tendency to do that, Alistair. So just as you think you're invincible and you start taking big size, you get greedy, the markets will humble you. That's what they do. It's not a bad thing, because what it does, I mean, it hurts, it stings, but what it does, it humbles you and it makes you a better trader, because it forces you to be more disciplined. AMTD is done for good. Who says that? It's on its way up at the moment. No, it's not. It's on its way down at the moment. No, it's not done for good. But the reason is this, so AMTD Idea Group owns about 58% of the float of AMTD Digital, which is HKD. Now HKD went up to a high today of 20, 25, 55, 30. So $2,500. It's selling off now on very low volume, if zero volume in fact. The fact that this is coming down is affecting AMTD Idea Group. But is it done? No, I don't think so right now. I mean, it's had a really good day today. It was up 500% at the peak pre-market, but is it going to go back up today? Probably not. I mean, For me to trade this one again today, I'd have to get back up over $9. So it'd have to have a $2 climb. So $9 was the VWAP at. It's just had a bit of a big sell-off. I was watching it up around kind of 820, 830, but it'd have to have a bit of a climb back up for me to trade this again. Hey, Marion. Another great day. Not great day, another great day, Marion. Let's put it into context. We did 22,000 yesterday. We've done 24,000 today. Well, nearly 23,000 yesterday. We're 46,000 on the month. To put this into context now, guys, I'm really proud of this last 2 days. I'm really happy with it. Although yesterday I was up 29,000, up 100% on the day, and I gave back 9,000. I was up a similar amount today and gave back 6. So that's why I kind of locked my montage as soon as I did that. I was up at 29,000 and gave back 6. So we're about 24,000 today, nearly 23 yesterday. So we're just under 46,000 on the month after 2 days. My monthly goal is 100,000. Every month I've got a goal of 100,000, which breaks down 20 trading days on average for a month. I mean, I know there's more than that, but if I say 20 trading days on average, it gives me a $5,000 goal. So not only am I ahead of my $5,000 goal across the year, I'm ahead of the annual goal pro rata, but this month we're almost halfway there to our monthly goal after 2 days. Now, I'm not going to get complacent because days like these are not, they don't happen all the time. Last year they did, and quite frankly I wasn't as good a trader as I am now as I was last year, but last year was a hot market. It was relatively easy to make money. At this moment in time, we've got some high volatility. If you go back to May, which is 2 months ago, not 3 months ago now because we're in August, go back to May, I was losing money. I was a losing trader in May. So what's turned around, I've had my second and third best months, or my third and second best month ever in trading in June and July. And this month we've started off really well. The volatility that we've seen since last week, the end of July, and then this week as well so far, long may it continue. That's all I'm saying. Did I ever feel like quitting? Yeah. I think the statistics, it's over 80% of people that try day trading as a career path give up within 2 years. They give it up as a bad job within 2 years. You've got to enjoy the process. You've got to enjoy it. Win, lose or draw, you've got to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, you may as well just pay somebody that does enjoy it to trade on your behalf. There are a bunch of people out there in financial institutions that will do that. Yes, they'll take a hefty commission, but you'll still make money in the long run. If you don't enjoy it, then just don't do it. If you can't, if you're risk averse, if you can't abide, risking a certain amount of money, then don't do it. If you've got heart problems, certainly bloody don't do it. But yeah, the first 6 months, it's because I don't think I would have stuck at it but for being in lockdown, Jack. If I'm being completely transparent with this, I had nothing else. I was in lockdown, lost my job. Nothing else there was nobody hiring, certainly not at my level at that time, because everything was closed. Everybody downsizing or battening down the hatches or whatever. Still had to pay the bills. Had my savings, which I was slowly and surely eating into over the course of kind of the 6 months. And I would say after about 3 or 4 months of consistent losing, before I started having some good green days, I was still losing in the long run for another probably 3 or 4 months. But of consistent losing, I probably was getting a bit despondent. And but for being in lockdown and just not being able to leave the house really, but to walk the dog or whatever. Didn't even have a dog at the time, but not even to be able to. I actually did have the dog. Not even be able to leave the house at the time. It was frustrating. I probably would have given up. I probably would have gone back and got a different 9-to-5 job and gone back into sales management or leadership and just collected a paycheck. But for the fact of lockdown just kind of forcing me to be at my desk and do what was in front of me, I probably would have given up. Yeah, well, that's it, Alistair. Last December, I had a profitable December, but I actually took 3 weeks off. It's trading is not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not easy. It's very mentally challenging, and the market has a habit of humbling you. You saw me Monday last week, and I lost $3,500 on Tough Build. It's only $3,500. I say only three. I know $3,500 is a big amount, but in the grand scheme of things, $3,500 was. But that had a real emotional impact on me last Monday when I got caught in that algorithmic flush pre-market, and it was like, what the hell? What have I done wrong? And I've lost in a single day. I've lost like $27,000. And that didn't sting as much as that $3,500 did last Monday. So it's mentally, it can be very taxing. Day trading can be very taxing. So yourself, Alistair, you've been doing fantastically. You've had a level of consistency that is way beyond what I had at the same stage in my career. You've been doing fantastically. You just fell into the trap of getting a little bit greedy, deviating slightly from the strategy, and trading some very risky stocks. So whilst when you trade very risky stocks, it's high risk, but you're going for high reward. But you've got to remember, it's high risk. If it goes against you, you're going to lose. But you're still green on your starting position. You only started trading at the end of June or beginning of July or whatever it was, and you're still green on your start. You're still in profit. So, all things considered, I look back at my trading. I've been doing it a lot longer. Look back how I behaved in May. I went in big at the beginning of May. I was trading because it was as if I was still at the end of April. Went in big at the beginning of May, and pretty much I almost blew up my account. I got live on stream because I got greedy. Is it purely capital gains tax that you have to pay if you transfer into your bank? It depends, Jim Bob. It depends on your jurisdiction. So if you're living in a region, let's say you're living in the Isle of Man, there's no capital gains tax. You don't have to worry about it, and you can trade under your own name, and it's effectively tax-free because there's no capital gains tax. If you're living in an area that does have capital gains tax, then it depends. Are you trading in your own name, or are you trading under a company name, like a limited liability company? A limited liability company in an LLC, or just a limited company, as it's known in Ireland and the UK. And then it's not so much capital gains, it's profits from the business activities. And then rather than capital gains tax, you get hit with corporation tax. And then the best advice I can give you there, Jimbo in the Valleys, is speak to an accountant. If you're making consistent gains by trading, speak to an accountant, a good accountant that is familiar with day trading activities, with trading the stock market, trading equities, and they will advise you on what the best course of action, or they should advise you if they're a good accountant. Don't get one of these that's got an office above the chip shop in Luton or whatever. Get a proper accountant. You might pay a little bit more, but they will advise you properly. And if you need to set up an LLC, they'll help you deal with that. depending on where you are, you might want to set up an LLC in Guernsey, for example, where there's no capital gains or whatever, and you can get away with all of that. So then there's a whole bunch of different ways to minimize your tax liabilities. But I'm not a tax accountant. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying you should speak to a financial advisor, i.e. an accountant, about your tax liabilities. Just saying that if you're trading in a company or through a company, you've got limited liabilities from that point of view. But also, in most countries, corporation tax is much less than capital gains tax. Capital gains tax is less than the highest rate of income tax. So what you don't want to be doing is trading in a company and then paying it all to yourself as a salary, because you'll end up paying income tax and you'll get screwed over. So if you're going to pay it to yourself, there's a number of ways you can do that. You can actually give yourself a loan that you subsequently have to pay back, and then there's no tax on it. Ways around that as well, but speak to your accountant about it. Or you pay yourself a dividend, and dividend tax is substantially less than capital gains tax, and it's way less than income tax. So just say. There's a lot of different ways, and if you can offset. So, for example, right now, if it was coming up to, I've already just wrote a fact check for the tax man a couple of months ago, but if it was coming up towards the end of the year from a tax purposes point of view, if you're in a situation like I am right now, all my long-term holdings, all my crypto, all my ETFs, all of my stock portfolios, they're all in the red. I'm actually losing money on my long-term holdings. I'm not worried about it, because in the long term, I'm still kind of lump sum investing, lump sum averaging at the end of each month. I'll be adding I've not checked my bank balance. It's probably not in anyway. It's usually 3 or 4 days. It might be tomorrow, might be Thursday. I'll be buying some Amazon shares, because I really like Amazon now. It's at a reasonable price since the split. Anyway, that being said, all of my long-term holdings are in red positions. So what I could effectively do now is I could sell all those positions, give those results to my accountant, and those losses, because I've been holding them long-term, those losses can be offset against my my gains in terms of tax. So, and then I can then buy them back, maybe at a different price, at about a week. I think it's 7 days or 14 days. I'll have to double check. In different jurisdictions, it's different. But so you don't get the whitewash rule. So you end up having to wait a short period before you can buy back into that position. But moreover than not, the way things are moving, even if you're buying in at a higher position, it's better than paying all that tax. So the losses that you could take, you can write that off against the tax that you pay as well. Yes, I can take a look at APDN. It's not moved much. Oh yeah, it's pulled back. It had been in a halt up here at $4.10, $4.20. It's halting down. It's selling off now. It's back under $4, $3.62. It's halted down. Volatility halt. So that's APDN right now. Applied DNA Science. In general, I would say great for day trading. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole from a long-term investment point of view. If you are looking to swing trade this, be very careful. The reason I say that, and I say this about all bioscience companies, bioscience companies can be extremely volatile. They get a good catalyst and they'll move 200, 300, 400% on the day. And then a couple of days later, they will drop 50, 60%. So just be careful with bioscience. It depends on the catalyst. If they get a good catalyst, FDA approval, patent granted, good clinical trials, anything like that, and then all of a sudden there's a lawsuit because one of the drugs that they manufacture or supply has got side effects that's killed someone. all of a sudden the stock will go from $6 to 80 cents overnight, literally overnight. I've seen it happen. And this is the thing with bioscience. They're great for day trading. They're great for trading on the uptick as well. So if you're day trading bioscience stocks, the low float, low cap stocks, I'm not talking about a Pfizer or a Moderna or the big ones. I'm talking about the low float, low cap stocks. They'll have a really good catalyst and they'll move from like $2 up to $12 in the course of a week, or even a day in some cases. And you ride that momentum while you can intraday. You get in, ride the momentum, make your gains, get out. Don't get married to the stock. They can go down just as quick. They can sell off just as quick, and they can gap down overnight whilst you're not able to trade it huge amounts. So just be careful about any kind of bioscience stocks. But APDN, whilst it's a decent catalyst, it's still a flaky catalyst because it's moving up on the monkeypox epidemic, but there's no cure for it yet. There's no proven antidote or vaccine for the monkeypox epidemic yet. Wish you would go and whistle. Going onto my stream advertising naked this and naked that and naked the other. Okay, so Marion, back to you. Yeah, HKD was rated as the ninth. This shows the ridiculous nature of the stock market. AMTD Digital, HKD, at its peak today, which was just over $2,500, was ranked the 9th most valuable company in the world. It's a SPAC company. It has nothing to offer. But there you go. Yes, you can, Adam. You can go onto YouTube and you can relive the stream. So you'll see pretty much, you see it all pretty much. I'll be doing a if you go onto my YouTube, if you go into you're on YouTube. If you go into the day trade, today's pre-market and open stream, it was recorded, so you can actually see the stream. You see the trades there. I think you'll probably get up to about 18k of gains. I've done another 5k since then, so another 6k since then. So you get most of the trades on the stream from this morning. Just eating jelly beans. I don't know what it is about the sour jelly beans. They're just so much moreish, you know. I wouldn't say I knew. I'd be lying if I said I knew zero about it. Sound of Fun, but I was a novice. So I had a basic understanding of trading, a basic understanding of investing, but I wouldn't say I knew zero. But the thing is, I've got an engineering background. I did a degree in mechanical engineering, so I've got quite a analytical mindset, which lends itself very well to things like this. And the fact that I'm a pattern breakout trader, I'm a pattern day trader, I'm looking for these geometric patterns in the price action. It really suits my mentality, my personality, and everything else. So it's kind of if you can get someone that's autistic for something like this, get them trading for you, because they'd be absolutely spot on for something like this. Hey Dunkers, how you getting on? Let's have another look at Mehua. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but Mehua. High of day so far is 10.18. Been very volatile. Not great volume, but it's been volatile. And it's coming back up now, testing $10. So watch the high of day. 10.18 is the high of day. So that's what I'll say with Mehua. Yeah, I mean the shorts on HKD. I looked at if I could short it and it wasn't shortable. So go figure. I suppose it depends on your broker, and it's going to be hard to borrow, I think. But I would say there's going to be a lot more. The short interest after today is going to be huge, regardless, because it is going to come. What goes up must come down. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to come down, but what goes up must come down. If you've got deep pockets, then shorting HKD, shorting AMTD Digital, which is the ticker HKD, is probably not a bad bet. The problem with shorting, so people ask me why I don't short so much, and firstly, it costs more to short. So if you're going to be shorting hard to borrow stocks, you've got locate fees, which are priced per share, and you've got borrow fees, so which are you know, again, a percentage per share, depending on the stock and whatever it is. So you've got locate fees, you've got borrow fees, and in some cases you incur other fees and charges as well. That's if you short it. But also, when you think about it, you don't stand to make as much shorting something as you do going long on something for the same move. Let's do a quick back of the beer maths. Let's just say something's $100 and it moves up. You go long on the position, it moves up to $150, so you make $50 a share. Okay, so effectively you've made 50% of your gains on that move, because the price has gone up. Now it comes back down $50 a share, and you go short at 150, it comes back down $50 a share. Well, first and foremost, it costs you more to get in. So it costs you $150 a share to get in, but you're only actually making 30% on that $50 move. So you're making less for the same size move, and it costs you more to enter. On top of that, you've got your borrow and locate fees and everything else. So shorting is not necessarily the best idea in terms of trading. It can be profitable because, let's face it, fear is a stronger emotion than greed. So it can be profitable. And what you tend to find is that moves to the downside can be a lot quicker than moves to the upside. You can spend all the time, all day, you know, trading a stock, moving all the way up, and it goes up 300% on the day, as we've seen today, and then it drops 50% in a matter of say 15-20 minutes. So go figure. Yeah, that's stupid. Double M Tech. I'll take a look. I think you probably only one M on that. No. Well, if you give me the correct ticker there, Sound of Fun, I'll look it up for you. Why don't I trade options? I do trade options. I just don't do it on this channel. I just don't day trade options. Day trading options is probably, whilst you can do it, it's probably not as lucrative as trading the day trading stocks. For me, options can be a good play because you can get better leverage with options, but for me, the power in options is more for swing trading and getting that move over a longer period of time. That's where I see the benefit of options. But I do trade options. People who are regular to my stream will recall that I lost money trading buying Tesla calls last quarter. Even though it got into the money, I didn't sell them, and then I held on to them too long, and they ended up expiring worthless. So, and that's that. One of the things, one of the big risks to trading options as well, before anybody thinks about getting into options trading, they're a bit more complex in terms of what you need to know, but also you can lose everything. At least if you're trading stocks, very unlikely is a stock going to go to zero. So unless you're trading on heavy margin, and let's say you lose 25% of the value of the company, on the price, and you've got a 4-to-1 leverage on there, and you hold it for the whole 25% drop, then you're potentially going to lose everything. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I mean, there's benefits to and against Jack. Jack, I'll call you Jackie then for a second, but Jack, there's benefits for options, and I'm an advocate of options. I don't trade them because it's not on this channel. I don't day trade them. It's not part of my strategy. I've got a strategy that works. I've got a strategy that's profitable, and as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we're getting quite a lot of movement right now. So we just moved 20% HKD, not trading it, but it's nice to watch. APDN coming back now. BMT, MTC. So sound of fun, this is moving up. It's $5 right now. Why is this moving up? 28% in the last 15 minutes. This is got a bit of momentum. I'm just trying to find out what the news catalyst is here. We've got 20 minutes. Come on. Get rid of that. I'm just going to refresh my scanners. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I need to change these over. Volume. There we go. That's because I've not really refreshed these today, so needs to refresh. Right, okay, MTC, why is it moving? Whilst I was doing that, I've lost 50 cents. I missed 50 cents, not so much lost it as missed it. was a big move. $1.60 in 10 minutes. Nice little pullback there for entry at the $0.25. Okay, my scanners are not refreshing here, so yes, I've seen MTD Digital. It's mental, absolutely mental. Back over $2,000, up at 2,100 right now. It's halted up at 2,100. HKD. See, the thing is with HKD, it moved up, pulled back, moved up, pulled back. So you've got a double top there, which then it signifies a sell-off. So we've got the sell-off all the way down to 1,500. Now it's moving back up again, 2,100. It's not halted, but very few people trading it. This is all market maker stuff, this. You know, 1 and 2 shares at a time. Less than 100 shares at a time going through. Or look at the, and they're not going through on the bid or the ask. They're all going on in between the spreads. So this is all market maker stuff. Looks like some heavy manipulation stuff going on there. No, I've never seen anything move like this. Never in my, I mean, granted, I've only been doing it a couple of years, but never seen anything like this. That's the level of this. Look at this on the daily though. It's gone from like $13 mid-July. In the space of 2 weeks, it's gone from $13 to 2,600. That's mental. Absolute mental. Well, my news feed ain't working. Is anybody else's news feed working for Benzinga? Or is it just me? MTC 2.2 million float. So let's go back to MTC. Just pulling back. So Tech shares are trading higher amid volatility in nanocap Chinese stocks. That doesn't tell me a lot at all. That's what it's saying. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reload all my scanners. But HKD is just mental. It really is. There's no There's no justification for that valuation. You can't. There's no way you can justify it. Free market, I want regular market. All right, I think we're back again now. Scanners are all refreshed. That makes no sense. There we go. Go. Absolutely. Aren't we all feeling sick about that now? Hindsight is 20/20 vision, as they say, Alistair. So MTC is the momentum stock right now over the last 15 minutes. Let me just have a look, double check that we've... Yeah, that's fine. A restream chat seems to have disappeared. We're good. Yeah, I think we're good. And this is not conducive to good trading. Marion, I've locked my montage ages ago. As soon as I poured myself a glass of wine, I locked my montage. But I'm nearly 24,000 up on the day. Add to that my 22,700 from yesterday, and I'm in a very happy position. My goodness, some movement today. Do you know? MDJH, look at this. MDJH. So this is MDJM Limited. Why it's called MDJH. And look at this. Just hit some volatility right now. It's moved from under $2 to over $3.30 in a couple of minutes. Madness. Low float stock, 1.5 million float. So this has been another one of those Chinese stocks, micro float Chinese stocks. No, it's a real estate services company. Go figure. Waiting for some news. Not seeing anything. Having a couple of issues with the news, but here we go. Just tried to trade that, then my montage is locked. So no, absolutely, Alistair. $350 in between the bid and the ask. That was just mental. Right, I've just unlocked my montage. Kind of fancy this. Actually, what earnings are going on tonight? Tuesday, we've got AMD. So after hours, guys, in 3 minutes, I'm just unlocked my montage like an idiot, and I'm not trading because I've got 3 minutes left. But here we go. I'll bring this up. Just so that you know, guys, AMD, Starbucks, Gilead, EA Sports, PayPal, Oxy, SoFi, Airbnb, Caesars Entertainment, all have earnings after hours. So might be worth keeping an eye on the markets after hours. See if these earnings actually make a difference or not. Big names there, some big cap stocks. AMD's in particular is probably one that I'm going to watch. PayPal, do you know what? I don't know what the USP for PayPal is anymore. Even eBay, which is a sister company, they're effectively the same company. Even eBay doesn't use PayPal anymore. There's so many different options to PayPal. I think they've just lost the march. I worry for PayPal. I don't think they're offering anything unique anymore. They used to have the monopoly. Online payments, everything went through PayPal. And now it's like, well, you know, so many differing options that you can do. Somebody's going to pay for all that volatility. Well, I hope it's not me that's paying. I hope that somebody that's going to pay is going to pay me. So let me know, guys, before we finish up the stream, where have you finished? Have you finished red or green? You don't have to tell me numbers. Have you finished red or green on the day? And if you've already told me, you don't have to tell me again. But have you finished red or green on the day? AMD. Let's have a look at where AMD is right now. $99. Got a high of 109. I actually think we'll probably see a 105 on AMD today. I'll be very surprised if we don't get above the VWAP on the daily. And 105 could be a distinct possibility. Starbucks could be interesting. Interesting to see what's happened to Gilead, given the Ukraine situation. EA Sports, well, EA, Electronic Arts. Oxy, where is Oxy right now? Oxy's had a couple of good weeks. And a bit choppy, but Oxy on the daily had a couple of, it's been steadily gaining, kind of flat from yesterday, but 65.30s. Look at the action; it's very choppy. So that's the close, guys. So just watch the SPY, watch the Nasdaq. You might be interested to see what happens on those after the earnings come out, and the likes of AMD, Starbucks, Oxy, all of those kind of things, Airbnb. So yeah, can't believe you missed AMTD this morning. Most of the gains, actually, to be fair, George, most of the gains for AMTD all happened pre-market. There was a shot up at the bell, which was nice and paid us off, and there was a couple of bounces later in the day that happened. But the biggest move was pre-market. Look, any green day is a good day there, Alphabet. We're not trading now. Number 6, the market's closed. Yeah, I could stay around for the earnings. Let's bring up the. I would if the news feed. If we had a news feed. Let me get rid of this scanner. Bringing up the news feed. Let's have a look. Let's watch this on Benzinga. So we can do this. Whilst I'll leave this here for you and bring it across so you can actually see what's going on. It drops. Whilst I'm going to top up on the old line. Okay, so EA, seeing the revenues coming through, the earnings coming through from EA. So Expedia, Expeditors shares fall post mixed Q after the Q2 results. Let's have a look. Yeah, market on close imbalance. We're just waiting for some AMTD digital stock is up more than 30. This AMTD, so this is HDK. Okay, AMTD digital stock is up more than 30,000% in the last 2 weeks. Well, I don't know why you say that. They do. They're still doing the FIFA and things like that. A whole bunch of popular. And no problem, Reach. So we're just waiting for whatever's coming out. We're getting EA dropping, but it's not Airbnb. Ah, right, okay. Airbnb's if they've missed the sales. But the earnings per share is a significant beat as well. That's a good beat, is that? Even though they've made kind of understandable over the last 12 months. We're only really now starting to, since the beginning of this year, coming out of lockdown from COVID. So Airbnb, obviously the revenues are not going to be as big, but earnings per share, that's a massive beat. 56 cents per share as opposed to 44, which was the estimate. That's a massive beat. Gilead. That beats earnings per share is a decent beat as well. So 158 versus 153 estimate. Interesting to see how Starbucks and PayPal Airbnb is interesting. Let's have a look at AMD. So we've got a call going on. It's back where it was. We had a quick sell-off and then a bounce back up on AMD. So it would have been nice to have been able to bought the dip here and buy at 95. You're already $4 a share up. So this is going to rock it. This is absolutely going to rock it. I said 105. Let's see if I was right on AMD. Let's also see if the numbers have come. So AMD earnings per share is a beat. $1.05 versus 103. Sales a beat. So that's good news from AMD. Just selling off. Look at that. That just typifies the market. That's the fickle nature of the market. You get earnings coming out and it's a beat. You get good, stronger earnings report and it sells off. You can't justify that. Imagine that. Okay, you get insider knowledge of AMD's earnings report. You know, oh, we're beating the numbers. We've got a great earnings report. We're beating the earnings per share. We're beating the sales. It's a good earnings report. Oh, that's right. I'll go long. I'll buy calls or whatever it is you're doing. Look at that. Dip buy. Yeah, down at 95 maybe. How's that affecting the Nasdaq? There you go. That's affecting the Nasdaq in a big way. Buy not so much, but certainly the Nasdaq. Okay, let's go back to AMD. Yeah, could have did buy at $90 would have been nice. That's Micro Devices. I remember selling their chips a long time ago when I worked for Dell. Made money on Getty again there, Puno. Good stuff. So AMD sales 6.5 to 6.9 billion versus 6.82, pretty much static. So looking at yeah, so they're pretty much they're on target. They're actually on target to overachieve for the year. FY22 sales 26 to 26.6 estimate versus the 26.18 estimate. So at AMD, there's no bad news there. Starbucks down, earnings per share down. Oh my God, 59 cents per share, down from $1.01 year over year. That's terrible. Sales, massive miss. 7.6 billion versus 8.1 estimate. Starbucks is driving a lot of this down. So you watch the SPY now, it'll just should sell off. Well, starting to sell off, but Airbnb bouncing back up. Nice opportunity for a dip buy that down there at 103, 104. Airbnb coming back up now. Erratic market behavior on earnings. Really is. AMD was a decent earnings report and the bounce wasn't. I thought it might bounce all the way back, but no. Actually selling off more. Yeah, go figure. You just can't. I gave over a long time ago trying to anticipate the market reaction to news. You're never gonna achieve it. There you go. Hood. Robinhood reducing headcounts by 23% because they're a bunch of. It's not even selling off that much. Or it might lose at least 25%. To be fair, it did dip down that far. Robinhood, a bunch of crooks. SolarEdge Technologies sees Q3 sales. It looks like they've overachieved. Take the average 810 to 840 versus the 813 estimate. That looks like it's overachieved. But they miss on the earnings per share quite substantially. Sales are a beat. Starbucks is a trash. They do make trash coffee and they're overpriced. In fact, I don't know a single coffee chain that can say different. They're all overpriced mud. You're better off grinding your own coffee at home and making your own. Get some decent beans, grind your own coffee and make it fresh. And at least you're not going to get charged bloody $6 a drink. $7 a cup. Hey, look, that happens. The market can be completely illogical, completely irrational. And you know what? It can do it longer than you and I can stay solvent. So don't try and anticipate the market. React to the market's reaction. Don't try to anticipate the market's reaction. I've learned my lesson the hard way. I've lost money trying to trade the news. You see the news, it's good news, you try and trade it to the upside. You see the news, bad news, you try and trade it to the downside. Don't do that. Wait for the market reaction first and trade and react to the market. Don't react to the price action. Don't react to the news. The algos, absolutely, Marion. You know, some of these HFTs are just the program, regardless of what the news comes out. The program to go a certain way, no matter what. Caesars Entertainment. Now the boxing and the MMA's been doing well for Caesars, hasn't it? 2.82. I mean, let's face it, Vegas, during the pandemic, I don't think Vegas closed at all, did it? Down in Nevada, they're all saying, you know, it's a hoax, COVID's a hoax and all that kind of stuff. I'll take you out later. PayPal's out shortly, yeah. We've not seen PayPal yet reach. Well, Starbucks earnings per share was 59 cents, down year over year from $1.01. They missed the sales estimate by $500 million. But Starbucks was a massive miss. Well, CNBC is looking at different numbers to what I am. You can see it on your screen there. Starbucks Q3 earnings per share, 59 cents, down from $1.01 year over year. Sales, 7.6 billion against a 8.1 billion estimate. So $500 million miss. Any other Starbucks news? No. PayPal? Have you seen the news already on PayPal? I've not seen any. Did I get? No, I didn't get 3,000 likes. You're okay. You got extra treats this morning. Weirdo. Let's go back to Airbnb. And kind of just going sideways on the day. AMD. I think the wider market kind of lethargy is preventing this from moving. Decent earnings though, you know, so I'm surprised. Maybe we'll get an overnight gap up. We'll see. It's still below the VWAP. AMD. Very surprising. SoFi, here we go. SoFi. Earnings per share 12 cents beats the 13 cents estimate. How on earth? Oh, actually, no. Earnings per share negative 12 cents beats the negative 13 cents estimate. So there you go, that's why. The 356 million beats the 346 million estimate by 10 million. So yeah, that's good. So SoFi is a good. Let's have a look at SoFi because that's a good earnings report, retrospectively speaking. Not getting the anticipated pump. Let's keep watching this. New member adds over 450,000. Quarter end total members are up 69%. Good number. 69% year over year for SoFi. Match Group. Earnings per share. 11-cent loss, down from 46 gain year over year. Sales 794 versus an 805 miss. A Match Group not looking good. What are we waiting for now? What have we not had? We've had AMD, we've had EA, we've had SoFi, Airbnb, PayPal, that's all we're after. Robinhood. Robin in the Hood. It's funny them calling themselves Robin Hood when they're doing exactly the opposite of what Robin Hood stands for. Robbing the poor and giving it to the rich. So Robin Hood, a narrow beat on the earnings per share. 34-cent loss versus a 37-cent loss estimate. But the sales down 318. Let's have a look at Hood. Just sideways. Even on all that news, it's just sideways. It's just not moving at all. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Robinhood Q3 monthly active users 14 million, down 1.9 million year over year. I wonder why that is. What on earth could they have done to lose so many customers? Hey Brian, how you doing? Robin from the... Do you know what, Marion? That's probably what it is. There's probably an apostrophe in there that I can't see. That takes away that from the... Assets under custody. 64.2 million, that's what they said. fly buzzing around me now. I'll stick around for 5 more minutes. I've got to do a trade recap for YouTube as well. Yeah. Might actually just show the last trade, or the biggest trade. No. Where's PayPal? Still waiting on PayPal. PayPal's green. Well, the movement on paper. See, that's what I was expecting from the likes of AMD with a good result. A nice move up. Well, let's have a look at the earnings report for PayPal. Why is that? I probably missed the numbers. Oh, ouch. Robinhood just can't catch a break, thank heavens. Fined 30 million by regulators who say the crypto unit was uncompliant. Well, there's a surprise. Imagine Robinhood not paying attention to the legal aspects of the business. Yeah. Oh, let's see. We're calling a 98.55, 98.45 at the minute. I know you just can't write this stuff. You really can't. I mean, how the market. I mean, look at that. PayPal's up at $99, over $99 now. So, sorry, Marion. You know, a lot of respect for you, love, but 98.55. I think you might have missed that one. So earnings per share, nice beat, 93 cents per share against an 86 cents estimate. Sales were 6.8 billion, so just beat the 6.78 billion. So looks like PayPal have a good, having a good earnings. They've had an earnings beat, which is why it's now moving up. So I'll move that. You can see PayPal moved up during the conference call, and 98.55 top apparently. Will it get over 100? Probably not. Where's AMD? I expected AMD to go to 105. Down at 94s. So let me down, AMD. I'm glad I wasn't trading you. Get off. You could fly in my periphery. And Airbnb. That's selling off as well. How's that? So the majority of these earnings are now out. Let's have a look how it's affecting the wider markets. Let's put it on the 15 minutes so we can see a bit more action coming into the close. The wider market selling off. So the S&P 500 is down 72 basis points. The Nasdaq is not down as bad, so that's moved up. Still down on the day. And I did say this today that the markets are going to be kind of choppy sideways, up and around the green line, which was yesterday's close price. I didn't expect any real significant movement, but now that these earnings are coming out, it looks like we're just going to get more of the same. Let's have a look at PayPal. I've got a little wager going on here. So somebody telling me 102 at 102.50 at the most. We've got 5 pence. I've got a 5 pence wager on it, so it's important. 5p, Marion. Come on. You could have. You know, he could have bet me you know, a packet of spicy Cheetos or something. You know. Freddo bar. You can't even buy a Freddo bar for 5p anymore. Oh, payment volume through PayPal. So what do I know? I'm saying PayPal, you know, they're getting more and more competition now. I don't often use PayPal. So 9% up in terms of payment volume this year. Electronic Arts. Revenue beat. Yeah. So PayPal struggling to get over the $100 level. Finding a little bit of resistance up at $100. Oh, I'll have a look at Faraday for you. Where are we today with Faraday? This is on the 15-minute chart. Let's look at it on the 60-minute so we can see. Probably I wouldn't hold it, buy and hold it, Faraday. Maybe look for if it looks like it's going to move again yet tomorrow. Look for a move up and ride the momentum. It's not a buy and hold for me, Faraday, but not financial advice. Just the opinion of a fat bloke on the internet. Don't follow me blindly. Not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Oh, here we go. We've just broke 100 bucks. That I might be getting 5p. Come on, come on. 102.51. That's what I need. 5p coming to me. See you tomorrow, Jack. I'll be back at it tomorrow. So just for those of you that are sticking around, waiting to see if Marion owes me 5p or not. And it's getting close, and Marion's getting nervous. She's going to have to give me 5p, another $1, and I'll be owed 5p. Can you actually get 5p anymore? Do they still have 5p coins in circulation? I'm not sure they do. I think they got rid of all the 5p's, didn't they? Oh, 102. It looks like you might be wrong. Looks like I might be right. Here we go. 102.50. Here we go. We've had a high of 102.25 so far. 105.48. Oh, 102.48. 102.60. Boom. 5p's mine, Marion. Well done. A high of current high of day 102.60. So you owe me 5p, Marion. And now we get a bit of a pullback. 102. You can't keep moving the goalposts. Come on. Anyway, it was it was 102.60 was the high. Look, I'm gonna sign off. Remember, if you want to learn how to trade, I'm happy to teach you. Just check the link in the link tree and sign up and join the Discord with the community, and we'll be doing it all again tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens, hopefully we'll have just as much volatility. We'll just have just as much volume and opportunities to make money as we have this last couple of days. So far, over $40,000 in 2 days on this side of the desk. Really, really good momentum. Let's hope it sustains. Right now, HKD, AMTD Digital is 16. What's funny about this is out of hours you don't want to touch this during normal hours, but I mean it's fun to watch. But out of hours, the spreads are ridiculous. So the spreads currently are $270 on this. Oh, $225 now. Toe of trading? No, I would recommend getting a margin account anyway, King. It just helps. If you've got a cash account and you've got big pockets, fine. If you've got $30,000 worth of equity, you've got $30,000 worth of buying power. It's the same as a $5,000 equity with 6 times leverage. You know, same thing. But I would recommend trading in a margin account. There are multiple benefits to trading in a margin account, not just the buying power, the increased buying power. The instant settlement is probably the single biggest benefit you're going to get from trading in a margin account. You can limit your trades. You can actually work with your broker to trade in a margin account and limit your trades so you don't go over your equity position, but you get instant settlement. And that's probably the single biggest benefit of trading in a margin account. So that's what I would say. Okay, Marianne, good luck to you. Starting PayPal, and I hope it works out for you. I'll see you tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. So that's 8 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. That's 1 p.m. if you're anywhere in Ireland or the UK. It's 2 p.m. if you're on the continent of Europe. So come join me tomorrow and we'll do it all again. For now, it's 9:30 in the evening for me, so I'm going to finish my wine. I'll do a trade recap for YouTube, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.